Hello, everybody. Let me just take that. The boss was doing his thing about Nintendo stuff. Trust me, I can't blame him. You Nintendo fanboys are a little crazy. Fucking company goes down, y'all just like out here going, oh yes, Nintendo. Well, but let me humor you because it's time for you guys to hear a very special message from everybody's favorite vampire himself. Oh yes, baby! It's Bugsy V. How's everybody doing today? How's everybody doing today? Yes, I'm a day peer. Trust me, I don't sparkle. I'm sorry, Twilight fans. Real vampires don't sparkle. Day peers, we don't. The thing about us damn peers, man, is that we don't freaking sparkle. We just make, just kind of, the sun kind of just bothers us, but it doesn't really hurt. It just kind of bothers us. But if you're a full on vampire, if you're like a vampire, a full on vampire, the sun hurts. I ain't even gonna pretend like it doesn't. And some sim vampires just I'm like, motherfucker, we ain't zombies, okay? We are not motherfucking zombies. We're out here, like, we bite the neck. We ain't like, we ain't doing that lurching shit. We ain't lurch. So, people have been asking Bugsy and to an extent me about how I feel about the Collinses. Well, I think they're good people. They're kind of. I gotta be honest, folks. To us vampires, they're the equivalent of like a racist caricature. Like, goddamn, like, dude. And yes, vampires can have children, but it's not how it's depicted in Twilight. It depends on what type of vampire you are. There's a lot of types of vampires. Vampires are one. We can literally have children. It's like normal. So Ariel was talking about this vampirina shit, and I looked at it, and she blew. And not any other vampires are blue from what I know, but it is true that we can actually have some of us can have vampire children the normal way. Yes, but banging. Others have to turn their children, and I just have to say, if you are a vampire, do not turn your children. Because they stuck like that forever. Certain vampires can grow and change. It depends on what type are we talking about. But, something about... Let me tell you a little bit about myself. So, I'm a Chaos Lord, like, Prime. But I chose to be a vampire to be close to Lake Dimitrescu. And then I got close to another vampire by the name of Missy, and I have like I guess you could say I have like I wouldn't say I have a harem like Prime, but it's like a Three's Company situation where I'm reaping the benefits, but I'm both tentative to both of their needs, And if you guys want to know a little something else about me, let me just switch, because I'm just switching various pictures about me. I'm so fucking sexy, I remember Missy was like, she was like, she don't call me daddy or anything. It's just like, she was like, I'm like, yeah, you like what you see. V, this ain't Vampire Love Hour. It should be. It fucking should be. But he's right. So, in the Dark Carnival, we're gonna do something special. We call it the Vampire Bar. All vampires welcome. Any Twilight vampires, we're shooting on sight. Okay? None of the Collinses, none of these motherfuckers. You guys are weak ass bitches. We ain't letting you in. Okay? But a la carte, everybody else, y'all free. Now listen. We are not, and I'm sorry humans, the vampire bar is only for vampires. We can't have you guys going in because some vampires go into frenzy. And any of you vampire night motherfuckers, nah, y'all ain't coming in. Zero may come in because Hananiba, whatever the fuck his name is, wanted to pipe, was piping his, sister. We're like a clean establishment mostly, so we can't be just having all that. So yeah. So the vampire bar is for people who literally, and we're gonna have our good friends at Deep Dive later talk a little bit more about it. So it's like a whole thing, bro. Let me just tell you something. I'm Bugsy V, you folks, and you know what? I'm just enjoying this, man. I haven't been in a video in years, man. It's been too long. Y'all haven't seen me since I fully turned, and let me just say, I'm enjoying this. Like, and the thing is, it was my choice. People always be like, "No, when you get turned to a vampire, you have no choice." But look, Lady Dimitrescu literally said, she looked at me and said, "Bugsy, you don't have to do this if you don't want to, my love." And I said, "Dearest, even though I am a Chaos Lord, I think being a vampire would be good. I don't, and I know, and I looked, I won't have the same weaknesses that most vampires have. And I'll be able to eat regular food." See, the downside of being a vampire, you can't really eat regular food. You just gotta eat blood. But as Dampiers, we can eat regular food. Besides, I'd probably cry if I couldn't. Have you had Donnie's fucking ravioli pizzones? They're fucking to die for. I ain't giving that up. A wise man once told me. He said Bugsy V. He said, "V." I said, "Yeah." Like, dude, if you go down this path, do it now. But if you don't want to go down this path, no one's gonna stop you. I was talked out of it, but they were trying to talk me out of it just a bunch of times just to see if this is actually something I want. Because this is a one-way trip. I can't go back to being a regular Chaos Lord. I'm fully like this forever, and I'm fine with that. Chaos Lords live a very long life anyway. But I couldn't bear to not feel the same feeling that my beloved feels. And you could say, "V, this was dumb." Yeah, a little bit. Us Bugsies do dumb things when we're in love. It's just a thing. It's the model in the road, my friend. But I'm fine with that. I'm not gonna explain how I met Missy. Let's just say in another universe where she did meet Duke, but actually killed him, and he's like still in the he's still in the fucking underworld, by the way. In my universe, me and Missy got close. I'd say really close. And Lady Dimitrescu, she said, "You can have more than one wife, Because apparently, said she's like kind of the grand madame of the place. I can have more than one. And, since I was a Royal Chaos Lord, that was always kind of a thing too. So yeah. But I'm only keeping it small because, there's not a lot of chill vampire women out there. There's a lot of vampire women who want to usurp you, take control. Missy was kind of like that at first. But she really found me charming. Way more charming than Duke ever was. Again, my universe, different stuff, guys. Forget what you know about the vampiric series that's in Prime's universe. You should, this is a whole different thing. And some people say I dress like a Guilty Gear character. Personally, I don't see it. But, some people call me Black Dante, and I'm like, I don't even know where that comes from. Like I'm just surprised when I hear it. I'm like, I don't think I'm Dante. I am so like me being Dante. Are y'all tripping? Y'all must be tripping. Because let me tell you something. I'm I'm like I'm cool and all, but Dante is the coolest. But I don't want to imagine what he'd be like as a vampire, or Virgil for that matter. You know, sometimes I do kick it with Dante though. I'm talking regular Dante, not that DMC Dante. Fuck that motherfucker. Fuck that little edgy motherfucker that y'all love. He is not. He is not the Dante I know. The Dante I know is cool. He's he's aging pretty. He's aging, but you know he still looks like himself. He's still doing his shit, and I'm just happy for him. And Virgil patched things up, and I'm like, God, that's cool, man. He like came to the. I was at the Nexus like a few nights ago. He's like, hey, I patched things up with my brother. Everything's cool. I'm like, oh yeah, man. Glad you're happy. I'm glad you're happy. And I'm like, when are you and Lady gonna get down? And he's like, Lady. I'm like, yeah, you and Lady. You can't really date. You can't really like date. You can't really get down with Trish. She looks too much like your mom. Like, think about that. You guys are in the bed together. All you go like you're gonna blurt out. Blurt out, mommy, and it's gonna get weird. Or she might think that's hot, but either way, it's gonna be weird either way. So I was just sitting there. I was like, oh my god, like, and like, he's like, dude, how you know I'm with Lady? I'm like, because man, you being with Trish would be too awkward. And he's like, maybe, but hey. And I'm like, Dante, don't joke about that shit, man. Don't you dare joke about that shit, my boy. Because I'm telling you, you don't want that shit. I'm telling you. Because like I get it, you wanted to fill her dark soul with light, and you want to fill other parts of her. I get it. But I'm telling you, it's a big old turn off that you look like your mom. I mean, like, if I found some chick that looked like my mother, I'd be like, yeah, nah, relationship over. But between you and me, I do call Lady Dimitrescu mommy, but that's a sexual thing. But it's not like I have a mommy kick. She does, but I just kind of play along with it. She likes that shit, so you know. So other than that, the Dark Carnival has a bar for us vampires, and also we also allow werewolves, but we ask the werewolves to chill out. We ask all the people who come in our bar for the Dark Carnival this year to just chill out, and there are humans, but no one gets to feed on them. Okay. If I see any of you either turn them into werewolves or vampires, y'all getting it. I'm hitting y'all with stakes and silver bullets. Capiche? Because just like Prime, I'm just as powerful as he is. And trust me, I still got my Chaos Lord powers. I can Hakai you guys too, just like he can. So just remember that. And oh yeah, monsters lead such interesting lives. They're independent fellas. They don't work 9 to 5. Monsters lead such interesting lives. We can't play the whole thing, so I had to just do the one part. I love that. I love that Looney Tunes shirt, by the way. Seriously. Like, I don't know why this works for Missy and freaking Lady Trescu, but like, they be wanting me after that. I'm like, shit. No, no. They be pulling me to bed. I'm like, oh God, this is heaven. You know, technically being undead, sort of, is just. I mean, us Bugsies are kind of undead by nature because you know, you got a little bit of Reaper blood, but I'm telling you right now, you ain't had like you like if you a Chaos Lord, you already kind of know. But when you but if you're a vampire and a Chaos Lord, let's just say certain senses are heightened, like a lot, like a lot. Like, oh my god, I can't really say nothing because we on YouTube, but I'll tell you some things, homie. I'll tell you some things. And now I'm drinking and oh yeah, in this picture I'm drinking regular blood. I ain't drinking the blood of other vampires. That shit is weird. I know it's called V, but we don't drink that shit. I'll be drinking that old positive. Yeah, vampires have a particular type of blood type that they like to drink, and me, O positive. It's just kind of a thing. Like I don't drink blood often though, man. And sometimes if you drink too much, you can go into a blood frenzy, which is something we kind of do. We give people like little blood like samplers, but we don't like give them a full thing of blood because blood frenzies are a common occurrence. But you know the fun thing about Epsilon, you know Bugsy Epsilon, he isn't really a vampire. He's something else. He's a Chaos Lord, but he's also something else. He never told me. But I like to think he's kind of like Alexander Anderson, where he's just kind of like, you know, he's got like little nanobots in him. And him and Saris have a little kid named Elizabeth, and I'm just like, oh, Bugsy Epsilon is just so happy. You know, most of us that are, you know, most of us Bugsies who work in the dark, you know, we deal with a lot of shit, you know, and love is a little hard for a lot of us who are a little bit more on the darker side. You know, but I'm glad he found love in the housing organization. Fucking he left. He has the biggest, like, let me just tell you this. He has the biggest cojones out of anybody in that housing organization. Let me tell you. That man was like, I don't care what you and Alucard say. I'm taking Sarah out of here, and we gonna have a regular life in the countryside. Motherfucker don't even go to the city unless he got a job from the housing organization themselves. He's just out here going like, I'm gonna raise my daughter, and if y'all need us, y'all know how to get us. And I'm like, and I said to Epsilon one night, I was like, Epsilon, man, you got you got guts, you got balls, man. You did this shit. You out here and you're doing this shit. You're like, nah. If you guys want me to do things, you gotta do it on my terms. My terms. You freaking looked at, like, let me just be honest. I am fucking afraid of Alucard. I ain't gonna sit here and pretend like I'm not. You're dumb if you're not afraid of Alucard. Because, trust me, like him, I can take hits, like he can. But you'd be foolish not to be afraid of actual fucking Dracula. Like, Jesus. It's the reason half vampires exist nowadays. Fuck. You gotta kind of, like, I gotta pay my respect every time he's around. I gotta, like, bow. You don't have to bow when you're around Alucard, but some of us are compelled because it's kind of like a genetic thing. I always gotta bow. I'm like, shit. And Alucard be looking at me like, V, arise already. You act like we're still in. You act like you're in. What do you say? You act like we're still in Valachi. I'm like, I'm sorry, Alucard. You know how this is. It's kind of a compelled kind of thing. Technically, though, Lady Dimitrescu is my maker, if we want to be technical. But I have more control than a vampire who gets made, technically. Oh yeah, and I can also glamour people too. True Bloods is True Blood is the closest thing to how actual vampires act. Like, it's the one thing that represented us pretty fairly, but no one really calls us fangers. That's just something that they came up with. Or if they do call us fangers, I don't think they call it. I don't think they call it because it's like a derogatory term for not just humans that want to get down with vampires. It's also a derogatory term for vampires who get down with humans. So it's bad all around. But I'll say this: I don't know what Suki thought she was doing, hanging around with the most darkest vampire ever, Warlow, whatever his name was. Like trying to turn that motherfucker into a nice little vampire. Vampires like him, they ain't nice. They just gonna do whatever. That's what Suki got fucking slapped. I'm like, what did you expect, lady? He ain't gonna turn nice just because you give him a little bit of the, you give him a little bit of the fairy, you give him a little bit of the fairy goodies. He ain't gonna turn nice. There are vampires who are the most nicest people in the world. People that I've hung out with and are chill. But there are vampires out there that are straight evil. Like, y'all think evil don't exist. Nah, evil does exist. And that's why some people just stay away from those motherfuckers. I remember there was that, but there's that, like, vampire hunter, Scarlet, from Archie's Weird Mystery. She actually came by, to the Nexus, and I was like, well. I was really, really thinking about turning her. Like, I don't know. Like, for some of us, it can be very arousing. But you should see. Also, I saw Rain from Blood Rain. I was like, hello. I'm just glad I'm glad I got Missy in the lead in Rescue. But, you know, sometimes all those Bugsies have that whole, like, we'll flirt with anybody, really. It's kind of a thing in our DNAs. But, you know what? I've chatted a little too much. I chatted a little too much today. I'm gonna go. I still gotta open up the bar tonight. If you're a vampire, come on by. If you're a werewolf, come on by. We let most supernatural beings stop by. If you're a human, go to the regular Dark Carnival bar, like a little bit down the fairgrounds. There's something for you there. Bugsy's usually, Harima, Bugsy's Harima is usually, his brother, Harima, is usually one man in that bar. You need to go down with him. And I know all you girls want to see that. You guys want to see the vampires and think that we're going to be all cool and nice like Twilight. But let me be real with you. Most vampires that ain't me, they going to want to kill you. They going to want to make you bleed like a stuffed pig. And you need to understand that you may think we're all sexy, and for me, that's a very, very compelling case. But for a lot of them, they don't want no love. They want that blood. You need to understand that shit. It's like those stupid teenage chicks from Vampire Night. They're like, oh, I want to see them. I want to be with them. Lady, they will fucking. I've seen vampires that will suck blood from motherfuckers' navels. You ain't never seen nothing like that. I was like, oh my god. The fuck is wrong with these people? Sucking blood through navels and shit. I was like, whoa. And it was like, I'm just being real. It's like seeing some freaky shit. Like, I saw some freaky, and I've been hanging out with a lot of other vampires, and trust me, I see some freaky shit that makes it. What's going on in the human world right now look like a fucking church seminar. I can't really say who it is, but it's starting. But y'all know it starts with a. Y'all know it starts with a D. I can't like. Bugsy made it very clear that I can't talk about the diddler completely. But yeah, that's all. I'm just like, if he was a vampire, he wouldn't have no problems. I tell you that. But I gotta go. I gotta go open up and probably get a little play with Lady Demetrescu and Missy before I open up tonight. And Bugsy, thank you for letting me have this, man. You're very welcome. You're very welcome, my vampiric brother. Prime, I really do enjoy the fact that we get to have this moment. It's me too, man. Well, I should probably go, Prime. But if you need help with that thing you're doing at the Millman Institute, you can call me. Nah, bro, I got it. All right, but us Bugsies, we stick together. Bugsies of a feather always stick together, my brother. I know, my brother. Just remember, if you need some help, call me. Call me too. I know. See, now you may be a suit, but you may be a suit prime. You may be a suit, but you one of the most coolest fucking suits I know. Damn, that's a high achievement right there. No, it is. You deserve it. Motherfuckers be saying pigs. We be saying suits. That's what the SCP Foundation were. They were just suits. But making the Milkman Institute, you taking out the friggin' evil ass entities. The entities even I won't want to fuck with on a cold summer day. On a cold summer day. I saw what you did to that freaking incel Slender Man. Ah, man, that was wild, Prime. That was wild. That was wild, Prime. That was wild. Fucking made that motherfucker wish he never put his tentacle with a lady in his life. He was screaming. He was praying. I remember he came to the Nexus the other night. He's like, "Can you get me away from Bugsy Prime?" And I looked at him. I was like, "Why you fighting with Prime, motherfucker? Why you fighting with him? Why you fighting with him?" He's like, "Wait a minute, you're Bugsy V." I was like, "Yeah, I am I? How about this? If Bugsy's chasing after you, you must have did something wrong. Now look, you need to get the fuck out of here. Because Bugsy ain't playing. It's open season on you weirdos. Especially you, motherfucker. You ain't even a real entity. You out here just trying to get... You out here getting chicks. And if they reject you, you act like a fucking little incel. Don't make me want to turn you. I don't even know what will happen if I do that shit. So I say, you get your Slender Man ass out of here right now before I show you what it really means to be a real motherfucking vampire. You dig? Damn. You know me. I ain't gonna miss Prime. Bugsy Prime, I ain't gonna miss. They motherfuckers get shelved, my bro. Motherfuckers get shelved. Well, I'll see you later, Prime. You should probably end the video. See you later, man. See you, man. Again, remember what I talked about. I know. Nah, man, seriously, I don't want you to literally do things by yourself, okay? Call us if you need us. It don't have to be me. It don't have to be Epsilon, but call one of us. Because sometimes you are in danger sometimes and we want to help. Us Bugsies are more than just friends, we're brothers. We have a brotherhood. And I want you to know that we are best. Me and you, we friends. We were friends before I turned. And I want you to know, I really do see you as a brother. I know. I know, man. So, like I said, if you need help, don't shoulder this shit on your own. On your own, please. Because I know what's going on. There are rumblings going down. And I know what's up. Just, please. If you need me, if you honestly need me, all you gotta do is just call me. I'm pretty much up every other night. If I don't call, if I don't answer, you know I'm in the middle of like a Missy Lady Dimitrescu sandwich. But if you call me like 2 times while that's going on, I will remember, and after I'm done, I will wait. I will literally call you and be like, hey, bro, what do you need? Need some help? I'll be right there. I know, man. Alright, buddy. End out the video, right? I gotta get ready. Thanks, V. That's Bugsy V, everybody. And I am Bugsy Prime. Yo, 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 yo! The fucking Dark Carnival is coming. The fucking Dark Carnival is already underway. We got the fairgrounds going. We got a fucking bar for vampires that V talked me into. Hopefully nothing goes wrong with that, but who the fuck knows? But we'll see. But I'll see you all later. Bugsy Prime signing off. And Bugsy V over here doing some things, doing some stuff. I'll see you all later. See you later, my children of the night. Remember, kids, blood's all, like, water is fine, but blood is nice. And I'm talking about actual, like, blood from a person. Or animal, depending. Like, I'm talking about that kind of blood. I just want to make that clear. Because I said the wrong kind of blood. Motherfucker thought I was doing something else. So I just want to make that clear. So clear. Clearer than Crystal Pepsi. Why are you still on Crystal Pepsi? I love Crystal Pepsi, Bugsy. What are you like, dude, do you understand? I usually ask your time, but I usually come over to you because you got time powers, and I just be asking, hey bro, can you like go to during like a time period where there's some Crystal Pepsi I need some? You got time powers too, dude. I know, but I never want to use them. And it's better to ask you because I don't want to be like stranded. No, you know how I feel like I have to call you to pick me up. It's embarrassing. V, go set up the shit. I know. I just wanted to say that. I wanted to end off the video right. That's all I wanted to do. I'll be seeing y'all. Bye, V. Bye, Prime.